What's up, guys? It is Hot Wheels Tournaments. Welcome to another Matchbox moving parts case unboxing and review. We are looking at what is either Mix 6 or Mix 7 of 2024. I am very lost. I moved this year, so I can't remember where we're at. It took me 2 weeks to track down all these models. They've been out for a while now, so you've probably seen these posted other places, but nonetheless, as I've been doing the past couple years, I would love to give my thoughts. This is an awesome batch. It is an 8 model batch. There are 8 cars per case, meaning the most number of models you could have in a case is 8. We got that here. We also have 4 new models. You'll see those stacked up in the center there, which is very exciting. This seems to happen for whatever reason with Matchbox. Beginning of the year starts off slow. We don't see a ton of new models. The case assortments are pretty small. You know, it's 4 or 5 cars. End of the years, everything's dropping. Every car in the case is a different model. Then we have all the new models landing. We have 4 in this case. We have plenty coming in the final batch or 2 that we still have. They've been revealed online, but we've yet to see them in stores. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this mix. 8 different models. We'll talk about the 4 returning castings, and then we will get into the new models. We begin with the 1956 Morris Minor, appearing in this beautiful red. Of course, we have the new packaging here for 2024. I've made it known I'm not a huge fan of it. It has nothing to do with how it looks or the fact that it's like completely compostable. I think it looks pretty solid, but I've opened up, 4 or 5 cars now, and you'll have seen these in videos that are scuffed. And ultimately, if your packaging is causing a damaged product, it's not good packaging. Anyways, looking at this, pretty red here. It is a gray base. You'd like to see that chrome, but chrome is expensive to use, and they could probably put it to better use on other cars. So not the end of the world here. I don't think this is a particularly popular model, all things considered. Some nice headlights and grille work there, tempoed on, as well as the badging. See, the opening part is the hood, and it is fully decoed in there. You can see some white and black detail on it. Looks very good. Nice little brown interior, creating a nice little look there. Go around to the rear. Nice little license plate work, some badging as well. Fully tampoed. Love to see that. That is a solid release of the Morris Minor. I am happy with that. It's not one I'm ecstatic to have, but it seems to be decently well executed. Only complaint, wish there was some more chrome on the base. Let's keep on rolling. The 2024 Chevy Blazer EV making return after debuting in 2023. I believe it debuted in red. Red sounds right. We are now getting it blue. You can see here. The opening part on this car is the frunk, I guess you could say, because while typically that would be the hood of the car showing you an engine, that is not the case here. Maybe they do. Maybe I lied. A lot of these cars have the electric EVs have these electric engines in the base to make them more balanced. And then they have a completely open front trunk area. I can't tell if that's the case. Anyways, I'm now remembering what my complaint about this car was. That moving part, really? That's as far as it opens. It doesn't even stay open. So if I want to see inside, I'm having to pry it open. So it's it may as well be a basic in my opinion if it's opening that far. You can't see what's going on. It looks like there is some decoing, but yeah, that's rough. Anyways, talking about the car itself, we do get some headlight and badging. Good to see that. Side doesn't look like, maybe a little bit of, no, I think that's the window piece. No detailing on the side. And you go to the rear, of course, badging and taillights. That is a really good color for the Chevy Blazer. Complaint here is going to be that opening part. I said it last time when I opened this. The opening part needs to open more. It's pretty difficult to open and really get any idea of what's going on because it doesn't stay open. So, at a $3 price point where the whole thing is the parts move, you'd like to see that be a little better. But outside of that, execution, headlights, taillights, it's a good casting. It's a great color. Yeah. A lot of these big EV SUVs Matchbox has been doing the last couple of years. This is one of those that has been introduced to the lineup, and I think it's a worthy Matchbox model. Now, the Range Rover Evoque, of course, this being the cabriolet, convertible version, whatever you want to call that, coming in a very similar blue that we just saw this Chevy EV in. We've seen this one a lot. I think we've seen it every year since 2021. 2021 being the year moving parts really started to turn the corner and become, in my opinion, the best series Matchbox is doing. I would say it's their signature series now. They have the basic line, but the thing you see people talk about, the thing you see people go nuts for, and the thing they execute the best is these moving parts, in my opinion. Anyways, you can see here in the lighting, that is a beautiful blue. Get some nice headlights, nice grille work there. Very well done here on the Evoque. Turning it to the side. Doesn't look like we really have any details. That door handle isn't tampered, but of course the moving part here is going to be the opening doors. That looks really, really good. Gives you some nice wingspan there. Close the doors, those snap right into place, and looks pretty good. Sometimes with the opening doors, you get these really weird gaps. Doesn't look bad on the Evoque. This has always been a good casting. Maybe not the most exciting choice for some, but well executed and catches, really gets the elegance, I think, of Range Rover super, super well. Put that right there on our turntable. Let it take a spin. Very well executed car here from Matchbox. All right, let's keep moving along. The final re-release, the Volkswagen Golf MK3 is returning. We have seen this car twice before. We saw it in green in its debut. It was red last year, and I can't tell. I've been unable to tell, and I'll probably get a better idea once we take it out of the packaging here, if this is like a really dark navy blue or just black. Because it's so, I don't know exactly what it is. Anyways, taking it out, I would say this is navy blue. Like, this is a very, it might come across looking black, but with the sparkle, this is definitely navy blue. Anyways, talking about the car itself, gets those 6-spoke tires we have seen on every single version. Some nice headlights, badging. Looking at the side. Casting's always been a little big, at least, you know, in terms of Golf. It is a bulky thing in terms of what you think of when you get, like, Volkswagen Golfs are very compact cars. This thing is, you know, look at it compared to the Chevy Blazer EV. It's longer, it's bigger. You know, it's probably not true 1/64th scale. It's probably closer like 157th, 158th in that range. And that's always been kind of the thing I don't like about this casting, is it feels too big for the scales it's at. But the moving part on this one has always been really good. You get a nice rear opening trunk. It stays open. You love to see that. There is a variation on this trunk. You can have a trunk that's like mine that comes with luggage. You can also have a trunk that comes with nothing in it. So something to consider. That is the one other downfall of this new packaging, which is when this car is in there, you can't see the rear. So you don't know which variation you have. So if you're looking for a variation, you might have to buy 3 or 4 versions before you can find the one you're looking for. But outside of being a little too big, I've liked this casting a lot, and I love the rear opening hatches. I've made it very clear, I think, throughout my videos that is my favorite style opening part, and this is no exception. So heavy, look at that. Stop my turntable. How funny is that? All right, keep rolling along. We now have 4 new mod tools that came in this case. Some of these I'm very excited for. Some of them are in my opinion. We'll start off the 2022 Nissan Townstar. One thing I love that Matchbox has started doing, they're putting new model logos on the new models like Hot Wheels does. They used to not do that until this year. It would drive me nuts because there are things that you forget are new models and haven't come out before. But let's talk about this new model, the 2022 Nissan Townstar. You can see opening side panel. This was something they'd never done, opening sliding doors, until last year, and then the Mercedes van got it, and now they're doing it on a Townstar. I would love it if they'd go do a minivan next year, like a Toyota Sienna or a Honda Odyssey, something like that, and give us a fully functioning sliding door minivan. I think that would be so cool, because they clearly have the ability to do it. Let's talk about this Nissan Townstar. It is It is rocking no scuffs. The white cars always get scuffed, it seems like. This one did not get scuffed by the packaging. Anyways. Oh, sick. It's also both sides. The opening part is both sides. The Mercedes van was just one. Anyways, rocking a Matchbox dry cleaners deco. Not huge on that. I might have preferred something a little bit more stock or something licensed for the first release. Usually we see decos like this once a car's had a few runs, you know, giving us a more stock release. Anyways, it's all right. Going to the rear, you can see the casting is there for the Nissan logo. There is no deco though. It is not badged. There's also no taillights on the rear. Those taillights are on the side. Really wish that would wrap around. And then as you go to the front, you have full grille, full badging, headlights, all that, good to see. But talking specifically about the moving part, and this could take me, God knows how long to open it. Because these sliding doors, man, are so tough to open. The Mercedes, I think when I unboxed the second version that came out this year in the Mix 5 or Mix 4 video, whatever it was, it took me like 30 seconds. Or not 30 seconds, it might have taken me like 2 minutes. And that's what this one's feeling like, because there's not a good way to like pop them out up top. So as cool as the sliding doors are, they are to make them look flush and like sit flush like that. You really have to like pry, and you just don't want to break them, you know? Oh, there we go. We got to pop out. Okay, there we go. Left side popped out. Woo! So sits a little bit crooked. That's not perfect, but if you get it, yeah, just it falls over a little bit. So definitely some challenge with the sliding doors. They aren't, it looks really good like that. There you go. It got it to stick. So it will lean, which I have to imagine when you have $3 to work with on the casting, it's really difficult to build and engineer something as perfect as you want it. But the fact that we have functioning sliding doors, and they're metal, they're not plastic, they, you know, match the car, and then they can sit flush with the car, just like click it in and it sits flush and it's all even, is incredible and absolutely fantastic. So does it lean a little? Yes, it's not perfect, there's room for improvement, but the quality is there. It is well executed enough for me to be totally on board with it. I think the execution of the car itself in terms of deco, some room for improvement here. You'd like to see the rear tampoed, maybe a different deco, something a little more stock or something licensed would be cooler. But Nissan Townstar, it's a great casting. The execution isn't all there. The sliding part certainly works though, which is awesome to see. So yeah, I like this one. I think this is a quality release on Matchbox's part. Okay, let's keep moving to the 2022 Opal Mocha. I should have looked up how to say this name. Opal is a European brand. We got the Opal Speedster, like the 49 Opal Speedster car last year, right, in the main line. And now we are getting, we also have gotten the Opal Kadett. But now we are getting their modern stuff, which is cool to see. We have a brilliant green on this Opal Mocha. Another SUV entering the Matchbox lineup. They have, you know, there are a million SUVs in the real world. Matchbox reflects the real world, and we have a million SUVs in Matchbox. Some people hate that. Some people love that. I am somewhere in the middle, in my opinion. Anyways, looking specifically at this car, one thing that also annoys me about this new packaging, you get dust that gets on like the windshield and stuff, so you have to wipe it off. Anyways, blacked out 10-spoke wheels here, putting all the emphasis on the car itself. Beautiful green, as I mentioned. Doesn't look like any detailing on the side. We come around to the front. Opal badging. Headlights look really, really good. Love that we get some side mirrors here. Love to see that. Pretty much every car, I think every car in this case except the Morris Minor has side view mirrors. So that's good to see. Opening part on this one is the hood. That thing, ooh, that thing moves smooth. Wow, that is impressive. Okay, yeah, that thing opens right up. It stays open. It opens wide. I don't know why this one is so different. Like, seems like they're pretty similar. Like, both SUVs. I don't know. Anyways, this one opens up super wide. You have a fully detailed engine. It stays open. You look, this thing is brilliantly engineered. And the thing you love is that when you fold it down, it sits flush. It doesn't awkwardly, you know, some of the moving parts, you see it like awkwardly pops up where the hinges are and like interferes and overlaps with the windshield. Not the case here. It sits flush. You can barely tell that that line is there. Really love to see that. You go around to the rear, some nice taillights, some nice badging as well. That is a fantastic release. I know nothing about the real life car. I looked at very few photos of the real life car. So if this thing is inaccurate to the real life car, I don't know. But in terms purely of execution, great engineering on the hood opening up, full tampo work, beautiful color, wheels to match. This thing is a slam dunk. I don't care if it's a boring SUV. It looks fantastic. It's got a great color. It's beautifully engineered. Big fan of this one. This one, sleeper pick for maybe best new model, which is gonna sound crazy because y'all see the two that are sitting in the back. These have been the talk of the town with this case. We'll start with the Porsche Taycan GTS Sport Turismo. This was one of my most anticipated new models. I am a huge Porsche fan. New Porsche, I'm gonna be excited. You can see here, opening doors marked as the moving parts. New for 2024. Let's talk about the Taycan. Pop it right out. Wow, that is a beautiful, beautiful red. I mean, look at these two together. Look how good those look. In fact, very colorful case. Very colorful case, I have to say. Put it with that Range Rover Evoque on there. Look at all that color. Case pops. All right, let's talk about the Taycan though. Let's talk about it. See, we get that full moonroof. Or, is this technically a moonroof? Maybe that's carbon fiber. Maybe that's supposed to represent carbon fiber. Anyways, beautiful look from the top, coming down to the side. No detailing on the side, plain stock look. I think the black 10 spokes are appropriate here. You could have gone silver. I think silver would have been too distracting. I think the black looks darker, sleeker, more menacing. It makes this car look more like a performance car, which this is the performance version of the Taycan. This is the GTS Sport Turismo. This is the performance version. You want it to look menacing, and that certainly is accomplished. You get the side mirrors on that. You'll love to see that. You pull this open. Guess what happens? The door opens. Front opening doors on this one look really, really good. Take a look at it from front. Oh, I thought I opened it. Maybe not. There we go. Get a look at the wingspan. Oh, that one, so they're supposed to stay open. That one struggles a little bit for whatever reason, but that looks really good. Going around to the rear, we see Porsche badging. We see taillights. That's fantastic. On the front, we get headlights, the Porsche emblem again. Door gaps are a little bit big. Like I said, sometimes they sit more flush. You can see here, a little bit noticeable there. A little bit, that one's not as bad. Not perfect on the door gaps on this one. Sometimes that happens. They're a little bit noticeable, not enough to make this car ugly, in my opinion. Is it perfect? No. Is it bad by any means? No. It's just good. Outside of that, though, the rest of the execution, the rear, the front, everything else on this car is fantastic. The door gaps, I'll get over them. It's a really good release. It's a really, really good release for the Taycan. Love to see that. And the talk of the town, the most popular model from this case, the one that I have heard and seen be the hardest to find, the 1992 Buick Roadmaster Estate. A vintage 80s wagon, or I guess 90s wagon technically, excuse me, from Buick. Some wood side paneling, opening doors on this one as well. You want to talk about two very different estate touring cars. You have modern brilliance and then just classic American station wagon here. Let's talk about the Roadmaster Estate though. Get it out of its package. This one has seen better days. You can see took some punishment in shipping at some point between when it left the factory and when I bought it at Target. Let's take a look. All right. First of all, the only car, or one of two cars in this case, that has side deco. You can see here we have entire wood paneled section. Love how that looks. Some silver trim looks really, really nice on this one. Disc wheels suit it super well. Gas cap even pops on the side here. That's fantastic. Just love how they nailed like the way these like rear wheels are inset, and like look at what they did. Look at how short that rear axle is to achieve that look of the wheel being tucked under the body of the car. That is impressive how they tucked it underneath the center. That might be the shortest axle I've ever seen on a Matchbox car. I mean, I guess maybe some of like the Tuk, I guess technically. But in terms of like licensed cars that aren't motorcycles, that is such a narrow wheelbase. That is crazy cool to see. And it accomplishes that incredible look of having it tucked under the side panel. Great job here of how the wood paneling really kind of flawless transition from side to rear. You know, the headlight breaks it up, but it looks completely natural. That's fantastic. Nice little license plate tampoing here as well. Says Buick. It looks like it slid a little. Very, very well done. And then, of course, you have your sunroof. Great view from the top there. Opening part on this one is the doors. Open wide. They stay open. Look at the wingspan. Looks great there. This thing's really good, man. This thing is really, really good. Come around to the front. Look at that grille. Look at those headlights. Those are fantastic. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't think there's much more to say about this car. It is fantastically executed. I would say it's perfect. The door gaps, I mean, look at how seamless. Considering you have to transition wood paneling, tampos, not just the color, look at how seamless that is. And compare that to the Porsche. And you can see, I mean, the Porsche, the door gaps are okay, but they're noticeable. The Buick, dude, like if somebody didn't know that this was a moving parts car, I don't know if I think they'd be shocked to find out that this thing has opening doors. That's incredible. That is a 10 out of 10. The Buick, cream of the crop. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about this case. Let's rate this case. I mean, the Buick's the star, and low-key, there are two 10 out of 10 releases in this case in terms of the new models. It's this and the Opal. I don't care that the Opal's not, I'm not trying to grade on whether it's an exciting choice or not. In terms of pure execution, the Opal and the Buick are absolutely crushed. I would say the Porsche is a step below. This is probably an 8.5, 9. Everything is perfect except the door gaps for the Porsche, but it is also a fantastic release. The Nissan Townstar, really well done on the moving parts. The deco here could be better. I'd probably give this one a 7. If we got a better deco, it jumps up to the Porsche being an 8 or 9, but you also had the no rear tampos on that one. Either way, as far as the 4 new models are concerned, in terms of just the build of the car, the structure of the car, they're all super well done. They're all really well executed. Some minor tweaks here and there to be made, but it is a great, great set of new models, and it's a pretty good release. I think some of the returning castings here, maybe not the most exciting. None of these are super sought after for me personally. I know some people really like the Golf, but they are well executed. I think the Golf looks good in navy blue. The EV Blazer, great execution in terms of release. Has that problem with the moving hood. The Range Rover Evoque, I really like this release. Probably my favorite for it so far. The Morris Minor looks solid, but the talk of the town should be the new models. It should be the Buick. It should be the Porsche and the Opal. It's cool. But yeah, really well done. I'm super happy with this set. That's all for now. I'll see you all later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.